Good morning, all of you, student. Today we'll be discussing about communication. You know very well that everywhere we go, we have to do some discourse or communications, and that's the reason the importance of communication is day by day is constantly increasing. In this session, we'll be discussing about what is communication. We will also know the pitfalls of poor communication. We will also know the principal concepts of communication. We will understand the communication and its elements. We will also know why communication succeeds and fails. You will be recognizing the techniques that help in communicating a message accurately. We will also understand basic facts of communication. So, this is in brief. These are the outlines of today's session. First of all, we'll be starting with what is communication. Dear student, the history of the word communication is very interesting. The word has been derived from communicio or communicare, which has Latin meaning to share. Whatever common we have, we share with each other. The other definition of communication is it stands for natural activity of human being to convey opinions, feeling and ideas to others through words. Words can be written or spoken, or body language or signs. The third definition of the communication is it is a purposive interchange resulting in workable understanding and agreement between the sender and receiver of a message. The definition has been given by George Werdman in the book Effective Communication. So after discussing three definition of communication, let us proceed. We have three definitions of communication. I'll just read and then I'll explain thoroughly the process. Students, one more definition we have about it, that is a transfer of information and understanding from one person to another person. It is a way of reaching others with facts, ideas, thoughts and values. Very important definition is given by Keith Davis. He says it is a bridge of meanings among people so that they can share what they feel and know. By using this bridge, a person can cross safely the river of misunderstanding that sometimes separate peoples. The definition has been given in the very popular book Human Behavior at Work. Let us proceed. We have two more definitions, and these are the definition, I would say simplest definition. Communication is the sum of all the things one person does when he wants to create understanding in the mind of another. It involves a systematic and a continuous process of telling, listening and understanding. The definition has been given by Alan Lewis. One more definition given by Robert Anderson, and I think this definition will clear our all the understanding whatever we have about it. In the book Professional Selling, he has given the definition of communication. According to him, communication is interchange of thoughts, opinions or information by speech, writing or signs. So students, these are some of the definition. After definition we will proceed. So these are some of the objectives of communication, because in a day-to-day life we have to do communication, and we do communication for these purposes or for these objectives. The objectives are to inform, to persuade, to convince, to motivate, to control, and to provide feedback. So these are some of the objectives for which we do communication on daily basis. Here you will see a picture. In that you will see that because nowadays we are connected with each other by social media, and here the whole earth is connected by number of devices are there, and one example is social media. Let us proceed. These are some of the functions for which we do communication, particularly in business scenario. Communication is very very important, and it helps in helping in planning, managing cooperation and coordination, initiating inspiration, motivating, helping in decision making, conveying message, performance evaluation, creating good images, publicizing goods and services. So these are some of the functions of communication that actually helps in any business setup. And that's the reason the importance of communication is increasing in management as well. In management it helps in forecasting and planning, organizing, instructing, coordinating and controlling. So these are very very important aspects, or for this actually we need good communication, be it written, be it spoken. I mean, even a non-verbal communication play very very vital role in our career development, in our personal life, in our professional development. So without command or communication, it's I would say impossible to be very very successful. So why the need of communication is increasing in management particularly? These are some of the reasons: to increase employee job performance, to promote employees sense of belonging and commitment, to effect change smoothly, to motivate and create a sense of identification with organization goals, to inform and convince employees about decisions and the reasons behind those decisions. The last reason is to empower employees with information on development and activities. So these are some of the reasons, or I would say these are some of the need. Particularly we need to have good communication, particularly in any management setup. This is the process, and the major components, elements of speech process are sender, message, receiver and feedback. These are some minor components I have given, and the process is little bit complex. We need to understand, and that's the reason communication is a very complex process. If we understand it thoroughly, then only we can be effective communicator. And here our aim should be to be an effective communicator. So the process has some elements: sender, then message, receiver and then feedback. In between, encoding, when sender says something, he encodes something in the form of words, and that words form a message. And what is the role of receiver? Receiver has to decode, I mean to understand whatever the sender has encoded. So understanding, at understanding level, receiver has to understand, and in the form of sometimes saying through words, or sometimes nodding the heads, he has to give the feedback. Then only the process become complete. So students, these are the principle of communication, and we have, if a person follows principle of communication, his communication becomes very very influential, convincing and dynamic. So the person who want to be an effective communicator must follow these principle. Let us see one by one. Number one is completeness, concreteness, courtesy, correctness, clarity, consideration, conciseness, creativity and credibility. So a person who wants to be an effective communicator must follow these principles in his communication on day-to-day basis. These are the 7 C's, and these 7 C's are really very very important to make our communication precise and accurate and convincing and influential. So these 7 C's are correctness, completeness, concreteness, conciseness, consideration, courteous, and clear. So whenever we do communication, we must remember these 7 C's to make our communication very very effective and influential. So the same 7 C's here given in this slide. Thank you, student. If there are some questions, I will take the questions, but in brief, I have tried my best to tell you what is the communication, its objectives, the need of the communication, and some of the aspects of communications along with the process of communications. Thank you.